Hello, my name is Amanda Fell and I am pleased to bring you this short prenatal yoga sequence today. So, I have a couple of bolsters here, but if you're at home or you don't have access to bolsters, then you can grab a couple of cushions or maybe a rolled up yoga mat and a few cushions or a long pillow across the top. So I've set it up in a nice T shape to begin. So make sure that you're cozy, you're comfortable, you have perhaps, like I said, some cushions or a block or a fat book if you need one as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. A little bit of breathing and connection to our baby. So I'm going to invite you to bring the base of that cushion bolster just to your lower back, around your sacrum. Create a nice butterfly shape with the legs, and then just lay back gently along the length of that bolster. And you're going to rest one hand on your belly, on your baby, your right hand on your belly, and your left hand to your heart space. And just arrive here by noticing your breath. Take a moment to just release the day. Taking this time to find connection to your body, your breath, and of course your baby, that life that's growing inside of you. So we're going to take a few deep breaths here now. Just starting to inhale deeply, filling the palms as you inhale, feeling your belly expand even more and your heart space expand, your chest lift. And then as you breathe out slowly, exhale out slow. Almost twice as long as your inhale. Again, taking another few breaths just like this. Big, deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Knowing that as you take these full, deep, beautiful breaths, that you're not only breathing for yourself, but you're also breathing for your baby. Just feeling that beautiful, deep inner calm that you're manifesting through this breath. Inviting yourself into this practice. And I'll invite you to pick one word as a little intention for this practice. One word for you and for your baby. And just take the time to repeat this word to yourself now. And when you're ready, just gently release the hands alongside the body and take an inhale and reach the arms up and over the head. And then as you exhale, bring the arms back alongside the body. Let's just take two more like this. Big inhale. And an exhale, just releasing through the shoulder girdle any tension there, creating a bit of mobility. Big breath, opening up, creating space. and exhale. And same thing, reach the arms out to the side, circle them up. Cross them over the body, over the chest, give yourself a little hug. And then open the arms up, take another inhale, feel that nice wide stretch, breathe into the chest. And then as you breathe out, cross the arms the opposite way. Again, pause and take an inhale here. Breathing out. And then inhale, open the arms one last time. And then gently just draw your knees together. You might want to heel toe those feet a little wider. Bring the arms just alongside your palms to the floor for a little bit of extra stability. And just let the knees knock together and the feet to come just as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider. And just gently start to move those knees from side to side. Nice little gentle window wipers. So we've kind of loosened up and freed through that upper body, around the thoracic and the chest, the shoulder girdle a little. And now we'll just find a little bit of mobility and warmth into that pelvis. And as you kind of feel into the movement, you might make these window wipers a little bigger, letting the knees drop to either side of the floor. One more each side, of course moving in time to your breath. You can take these really slow as well, they don't need to be too quick. And then we'll let the knees drop off to one side, and then just press into the forearm on that side too to come off of your cushions or your bolsters. Let's slide those away now, so get those out of the way. And we're going to come to all fours. So just take your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees just underneath your hips. And from here we'll take a soft inhale as we widen the collarbones, widen the sit bones, gaze forwards. And then as you breathe out, press the floor away and arch up through your spine. Good, inhale, roll through. So we're just mobilizing through the spine, articulating through the length of the spine vertebra. And moving once again in time to our breath. So we've just gently warmed and mobilized the hips and the shoulders, and now we're mobilizing through the length of the spine, all of the parts of the body that need some care when we're pregnant. And then come back to a nice neutral spine, and then from here we're just going to take a little bit of lateral flexion. So shorten your right side, join your right hip to your left, to your right rib, and then gaze over your right shoulder towards that right hip. You might want to just walk your left hand over to that right side if that feels okay, and breathe into that left side body. And then come back through center. And let's take that on the opposite side, so that lovely lateral flexion on the opposite side. So we're just going to shorten that left side, gaze over your left shoulder, open right side body. And again, if you want to make that a little bit bigger into that right side, just walk your right palm across to the left there. And breathe into that right side body. And while we're here at all fours, we'll take a little bit of connection to our pelvic floor. So taking an inhale, softening the belly, and then as you exhale, really slowly just start to think about drawing a blueberry up towards your navel. So just really slowly on the breath out, lifting up through that pelvic floor. See if you can pause and hold at the top. And then slowly release the pelvic floor. So it's kind of like climbing upstairs, yeah? So we'll do it in 4 segments now. So we're gonna go for 1, 2, 4 at the top, and then release for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try 2 now. So for 1, 2, pause, and release for 2, 1. Let's just do one more little quick squeeze like that. 1, 2, squeeze, hold, and release 2, 1. Lovely. Let's just widen those knees a little wider than the hips, big toes together, reach the arms long in front, seat to your heels, forehead to the floor. Take a few deep breaths here, just releasing through that lower back. Now, if you need to, you can pull your pillow a little bit closer towards you or your cushion and rest it underneath your forehead, especially if you're quite far through your pregnancy and you need a little bit more room for your baby. Let's take one more full deep breath here. Big inhale. Full exhale. And then come up through all fours. We're going to take a few hip circles. Just go to the right side. And then to the left. Really fluid and free feminine movement. One more time to the right. And to the left. Walk your hands a little further away in front of you and tuck your toes and float your knees to come up and back into a down facing dog. Now you want to keep really wide feet and wide hands here. Lots of room for your baby. Soft knees if you need. We don't stay in inversions very long when we're pregnant, so just 1 or 2 breaths is enough. And then just slowly start to walk your feet wider than your hands to the top of the mat. Now again, you might want a pillow or one of your bolsters just underneath the hands if you're quite far through your pregnancy. From here, just take the hands to the floor and just allow your head to hang. Just nod the head yes. Breathe out, shake the head no. One more time, nod the head yes, breathing in. Breathe out, shake the head no. And then we're going to take those hands up to the shins, take a little halfway lift, big breath in. And then breathe out, hands to your heart. We're going to come down into a nice little yogi squat, malasana. I'm going to turn to face you. And we're going to do a few rounds here for a little bit of strength before we come back down and close this short little practice with some breathing. So we're going to take an inhale and open the arms, press through the heels, squeeze the glutes. Rise on up, press those palms together. Hands back to the heart. Good, let's take an inhale, reach the arms. Breathe out slowly down. Good, like your baby's being held in a little hammock here. Use those deep core muscles for a little bit of support. Pause, take a breath at the bottom. Breathe out. Inhale, open, press through your heels, squeeze your butt, rise on up. Good, your legs and your butt are a lot stronger than what you think, and this is really good practice for labour and birth. Big inhale. Getting all of those muscles that support the pelvis really nice and strong. Slowly we come down. We're going to do one more of these. Take an inhale at the bottom. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, hands through heart. Inhale, open the arms. Breathe out, hands through your heart. Again, slowly slide down. This time, take your hands down to the floor. Lift your seat high, turn the heels out, nice wide forward fold here. Lots of space for your baby.
Inhale, come up to those shins, halfway lift, long flat back. Breathe out to fold. And then take a step back into your down facing dog, hips nice and high. One big breath. And as you exhale, knees wider than your hips, seat back to your heels. Come back into that lovely child's pose, forehead meets the floor. And let's stay with our breath, big breath in. Full breath out. Allow your whole body just to be supported by the floor beneath you now. You might want to slide your elbows back a little and just allow the tension, any tension if there is some being held there, just to be released. And I want you to think about relaxing your jaw while you're here. And one lovely thing that I always like to inform pregnant women of is that there's a neuromuscular connection between your jaw and your pelvis. So this can be quite helpful during labour to remember that if you release your jaw, any tension in your jaw, take a few deep breaths and then an exhale, nice wide mouth exhale, allows you just to release through the hips and the pelvis. Take a few more deep breaths, and as you do, just on the exhale out, think about grounding, releasing, letting go of whatever does not serve you. On the inhale, maybe thinking about creating space. And on the exhale, letting go. And just taking a moment to maybe repeat that little intention to yourself, that one word that you created at the beginning of your practice. Just repeating that to yourself now. And then when you're ready, you can slowly just start to walk the hands back towards you. Press the floor away and roll up through your spine. Go close the knees gently together. And you are all done. Thank you so much for joining in.